So we've arrived in Cardiff, ready for the big match that I'm not playing in. Jez has got to do the F2 justice today. Let's do it. No door-to-door salesman. Oh, it's the F2 family. Come in. So UEFA have given this house to us for the weekend for the ultimate Champions League experience. Come in, let's give you a little tour. So, this is the living room. That's Henry helping with everything on the ground. We've got the fish there. Got to feed them once a day. Proper homely it is. Beautiful living room. Let's go through to the kitchen, which is Jez. He's just getting a few bits sorted for the game. I've torn my hamstring, so I can't play, but Jez is getting prepared.
What's up, guys?
So UEFA, look, straight away you come in and they've laid on the bread, the eggs, chocolate, sweets, bananas, coffee, soft drinks. It's all here ready for a great weekend. We don't have to do anything. They've laid on everything, which is incredible. Let's take you upstairs so you can see the bedrooms. Can't wait for this experience. Other than my hamstring being torn, it's going to be amazing. We've got a little bathroom there, cheeky little bathroom. So, one bedroom here, a double bed, nice little double bed, TV. You've got another double bed down here, and then the master suite is upstairs. I mean, I don't even know who's going to take the master suite, but all I do know is it's got my name on it. I'm taking it. So basically, it's unbelievable. UEFA are putting on the ultimate Champions League experience, and it starts with us playing a Legends match. Figo, you've got Roberto, Carlos, Ryan, Giggs. The list is endless of top legends that are playing in this match. Me and Jez are invited to play. Obviously I can't play, which I'm devastated about, but I'm going to be happy to watch Jez and see him tear it up with the likes of Deco. You know what I mean? It's going to be Luis Figo in the centre midfield, pulling strings with him, putting him through, slipping him through for the goal. It's going to be decent. Let's go. Big up your UEFA. I cannot wait for this, Jez. How you feeling, bro?
Mate, my biggest problem is what boots to wear.
Oh, you got these.
I'm thinking about pulling out these.
Oh my god.
Giving them their debut.
What? You gotta give Nemesis, you gotta give them a debut, mate.
I'm thinking about it.
Mate, you're winding me up by doing this kind of thing. I mean, how can I not be playing in this match?
I do feel for you.
I mean, you got all the legends and Wingrove's names. Look, here you go, look at this. Ultimate Champions League match 11, here you go. Djurkaeff, Perez, Desai, Ian Rush, Ryan Giggs, Ravanelli, Trezeguet. Unbelievable. Deco, Steve McManaman, Clarence Seedorf. The list is Idaka Johnson. There's a name there, number 11. Not playing. Hamstring. Billy Wingrove, injured. Pulling strings, man of the match. Hat-trick hero, Jeremy Lynch. Hello Dan, how you doing?
So we're just getting to the hotel where our kit's waiting for us. All the legends are staying in this hotel, I think. And then we're all going to take a coach to a boat, and then a boat to the pitch. So that's how it's going to work.
Guys, quick, this bus coming. Quick. I had the challenge. It's on the hardwood. Did I win? Guys.
Cheers, mate. Thanks a lot.
So we're just going through to changing rooms, giving us the kit after this. These are decent, mate.
Nemesis.
Here we go. Did the legends, have they already been in here?
They've all got, because most of them are staying in this hotel, they've all got rooms to change.
Ah, they've got rooms.
Also, the whole of Real Madrid upstairs as well.
The whole of the Real Madrid team?
The team is staying.
Yeah.
So Cristiano Ronaldo's in this hotel right now?
They'll just come downstairs.
Yeah, they all came down the stairs when you were on the boat.
Oh!
I see these. Did
you guys hear that? Cristiano Ronaldo and Gareth Bale
these are mine.
are just upstairs in this hotel. We're probably not allowed to go up there. No, no. But pretty cool that we're in this under the same roof as Cristiano and Gareth Bale and the whole Real Madrid team.
So cool.
This is the hotel that the Real Madrid team are staying in. Are the Juve team staying in this thing? So it's just Real Madrid. But
Just the winners.
Cristiano? Cristiano?
Ready? Run.
Money.
Run.
To be honest, that's not how he communicates. Right, so we're just at the hotel. Should we spin it around, lads? This is probably a better lighting.
Yeah.
I don't know where we're going with this, but we bumped into Rio.
I know better in this light. Come on, let's go with this light.
There we go. Hold on, let me just get a bit of that.
There you go.
You like being in Marbella for a couple of weeks
Wait,
later.
I'm old Bill. Do you want to get in the
Come
middle?
from Portugal.
Hold on. You get in the middle there, Bill, so because I'm holding it in my arm. So we just bumped into Rio. Legend. Everywhere we look, there's legends today. Rio.
How you doing, bruv? You alright? Nice to see
Good to
you.
see ya.
Seen you boys for a while.
Mate, you're looking fit. Tell me
I'll go gym. I ain't playing football.
Every time I see you, you look fitter.
No.
Yeah.
I look better than when I
You
played.
retired, no?
There's not many players that can say that. Ex-footballers that can say that.
Do you know what? We should do some sort of
We gotta get back in,
video.
man. From when the beginning we were
Yeah, I
all
know,
together. We
I
ain't done
know.
nothing since. We should do something,
Mate.
man.
the people. If you guys want to see it, comment below. I believe there's a demand for it. Let us know what you want us to do as well.
They need to see it. It'd be good.
That's a good point as well. Let's flash back to a bit of 5 mag, old school stuff. Have a look at this.
Make sure you check it out.
It's like We'll save that one for later then, lads, eh?
Don't forget to subscribe to the F2 YouTube channel.
Anyway, guys, let us know what you want us to do. Yeah, do you still play at all? Do any sort of bits?
I've still got bits. When it's natural, it's natural. You can't. It just doesn't
Yeah.
need. No. When it's some players ain't natural, they need 2-3 weeks to get their touch back. Mine's never been gone. Never gone. Never went anywhere.
Love that.
Nice.
Do you know what I'd like to do,
Mate.
just off the top of my head? One of the best defenders of all time, defending tutorial. We can't deliver it because we don't really know how to defend, so
Yeah, let's do that.
I
man.
think that would make sense.
Yeah, because all these kids, they worry about the skills. You got to worry about stopping someone with skills.
Right.
Yes.
And we don't really cater to the defenders out there so much, but that's defenders and defensive midfielders, that's 50% of ballers. So makes sense. What do you guys think?
Mate, I'm up for that.
Let's go. I'm ready.
I ain't trying to take you on, that's for sure. Here we go, absolute living legend, Roberto Carlos. Unbelievable. He'll be in the match. He'll be in the match.
So we're on a coach on the way to playing a game, surrounded by absolute legends. If I look to my right, I see Billy Wingrove. Look to my right one more, I see Lewis Figo. You know what you're thinking? You're thinking, who else is on this legends coach? Well, that's right, that was Roberto Carlos. Oh, he's in front of me though. It's a bet someone decent. I'm fully gassed right now, fully.
No words. Just going through some of the legends. Unbelievable faces here. Big names of the game. Legends. Giggsy, what a ledge. Giggsy's there. Lynch is there. Babiaro. More legends everywhere you look. Good Johnson. There's Deco, man like Deco. Oh my gosh, too many legends. Figo. Seedorf. Ah, it's naughty. Look at the legends lining up. How many legends can you spot? There's one. Obviously I can't play today, so what I'm doing is capturing the content. What is the best Champions League experience we have ever encountered in our life? This is incredible. Always getting ready. There's Lynchy, look at the powerhouse.
So here we are with some of the greatest players to play in the Champions League, some of the greatest players to grace the football pitches of Europe as well. And the perfect setting here on this unique floating pitch in Cardiff Bay. The Hullet All-Stars against the Butragueño All-Stars, with a lot of former Juventus and Real Madrid players involved here today. NBA players as well, as Hugo says, including Carmelo Anthony of the New York Knicks. And we have a truly all-star cast here in Cardiff Bay today. None come bigger than him. Robbie Savage, Cafú, Roberto, Carlos, Luis Figo, some of the greats that we've been privileged to see down the years. We're going to see once more here on this pitch that floats serenely in Cardiff Bay.
Certainly are, Fletch. Can't believe I didn't make this game personally. I think invitation got lost in the post, but really looking forward to watching it, mate. Looking forward to seeing Ryan Giggs, Ian Rush, two of my old Welsh colleagues, and seeing all these superstars on the floating pitch.
I think it's going to be fantastic. You just saw the great Ziggy Boniek there as well. It wasn't on the original team sheet. We're really pleased to see him here today. The great Polish international from days gone by, that Michel Platini Juventus team that was gracing Europe for so many seasons. And as Hugo Monye says, this is the hors d'oeuvre really before the big one tomorrow night, Juventus against Real Madrid in the Champions League final. Not too far from here, about 5 minutes by car to the Principality Stadium, as it's called these days, for the big one. But this one will get the mouth watering here in Cardiff Bay today. There's Emilio Butragueño giving out one or two words of advice to his players. The Vulture, one of the great goal scorers in the history of Real Madrid. And of course tomorrow night, Robbie, we're going to see the greatest of all the Real Madrid goal scorers in Cristiano Ronaldo. And when you look at some of the team names here today, some of the players in the respective teams, there's the great Luis Figo, Ruud Gullit who's in charge, and great to see Ryan Giggs here today. It's special, isn't it, for the Welsh people who are here today to see both Ryan Giggs and Ian Rush out there on the pitch together at some stage in this match today.
Yeah, I had the privilege to play with a pair of them, Fletch. You know, Ryan Giggs was a captain for my time when I played for Wales. He still looks in fantastic condition, doesn't he? You know, and you got Ian Rush, you know, what a goal scorer, what a legend for Liverpool and for Wales.
So let's hand down to Hugo Monye, who's going to be speaking to all of these All-Stars during the course of the game today. Hugo, who have you got with you?
I've managed to get hold of Steve McManaman. How are you getting on?
I'm very well, Hugo. How are you? You okay?
Yeah, not too bad at all. You've played in some fantastic stadiums all around the world, but how good a setup is this here down at Cardiff Bay?
This has been incredible, really. We came across by boat, which was unusual to say the least, but I mean, you can see behind me the amount of people who've turned up. It's a fantastic occasion, isn't it? I hope they all enjoy themselves.
They certainly should do, but when you look at the two team sheets, there's a huge amount of competition. You guys are winners out there, and as much as it's going to be a bit of a laugh, there is that competitive edge in you, no doubt.
Absolutely, as you well know, whenever you play, you regardless of whether you're 5 years of age, when you're a professional or like now, when a lot of us are over the hill to a certain extent, you still want to win. Yet while you take part, you might as well do the business and try and win the game, won't you?
Absolutely. Final question: who are you really looking forward to playing with today?
Christian Carambou's a good mate of mine, so I always look forward to seeing him. But it's great to catch up with a lot of people. Sometimes you only see each other once a year, twice a year at occasions like this. So it's great that we come and have a really good time. Good,
well, make the most of it. Enjoy, have a good one. Like we were saying earlier, going to hear from lots of these superstars today. Should be a fantastic game. Back to you, Fletch, up in commentary.
Thank you very much, Hugo. Lots and lots of interviews from all of the big stars who are here today. And I've got to say, Rob, when you look down there, the vast majority are in fantastic condition. I played on that pitch yesterday to a very, very low standard, and I've got to say, it doesn't half sap you. Under the feet, it's not very comfortable. It's quite springy, and better players than me who were on the pitch at the time said it was difficult to play on. I think the good news is today it's not quite so hot as it was yesterday. It was absolutely roasting. Got a fair bit of cloud cover here today. It's a bit cooler, but they look in fantastic condition, don't they, some of these players? They take this game very seriously every year.
Yeah, and I think the game you played in yesterday, Fletch, I think the quality will be slightly better today with a you know...
Only ever so slightly, yeah.
Yeah, so but you're right. Look at some of the boys out there in fantastic condition.
Yeah, Steven Gerrard scored about 7 yesterday. I managed to get one over the fence and into the water from about the edge of the box, so it was a slightly different scenario. There's Robert Pires, who trains quite regularly, I think, these days with the Arsenal squad, so he's always in tip-top condition for days like this. The white shirts are the Hullet All-Stars, and the blue kits today, the Butragueno All-Stars. There's the great Cafú, who won everything there was in the game with Brazil and with AC Milan as well. And Marco Materazzi, the one player in Zinedine Zidane's career who was able to flick the switch the wrong way. There's Luis Figo, the former European Footballer of the Year, ex-Barcelona and ex-Real Madrid. We've got 6 ex-Juventus players here in the Hullet All-Stars and 8 former players from Real Madrid in the Butragueno All-Stars. And there weren't many to grace the Bernabeu better than him.
No, you know, the way he played either side, right foot, left foot, you know, the way he went past players, dribbled. You know, I had the pleasure to watch him, never to play against him, Fletch, but that man there, Ryan Giggs, you know, most decorated player, you know, in Premier League history. You know, what a left foot, you know, and the way he adapted his game, Fletch, as time moved on, when he went to the middle of the park, but the way he drifted past players for Manchester United, you know, what a legend.
There's the former Juventus captain, Ciro Ferrara. One man we've not shown you yet is Roberto Carlos. There he is. Well, Ruud Hullit's on the phone as well now. Roberto Carlos has been on the phone ever since he arrived off the boat. I don't think he necessarily needs to call for reinforcements with the players that he's got around him today.
Remember that free kick he scored for Brazil with the outside of his left foot around the wall?
Le Tournois. Every time he took one from that moment on, everybody held their breath wondering whether he could do it again. Got a very similar left back, haven't they, these days, in Marcelo, who loves to get forward in the manner that Roberto Carlos used to do. Still very, very popular, of course, the great Brazilian left full-back. Fearsome strike in the left foot. And one little wrinkle here at the start of the match is that Vitor Baia, who's supposed to be starting in goal for the Hullet All-Stars, he's not here yet. So David James has switched from the Butragueno All-Stars to the Hullet All-Stars to start the match. And Christian Carambeu is going to start in goal for Emilio Butragueno's side. So that's something we've not seen. Christian Carambeu in goal. I think the big thing we've got to keep an eye on today is just how many rolling substitutes we see, because it's only going to be 20 minutes each way, and there are so many players here, all of which have kept the number that they played in during their career. So, for example, we've got 3 number 10s in the Butragueno All-Stars, Luis Garcia, Ryan, Clarence Seedorf. 2 number 3s in that team as well, Celestine Babayaro and Roberto Carlos. 2 number 11s in the Hullet All-Stars, Ryan Giggs and Fabrizio Ravanelli. And 2 number 2s as well, Cafú, who played as a full-back, and Ciro Ferrara, who, despite being a central defender for Juventus, always wore the number 2 as well. A couple of the freestylers are here as well today, Jeremy Lynch and Billy Wingrove. We'll see whether they can translate those skills off the screen, off the small screen, onto the football pitch itself here today, which I think is going to be of interest to quite a few people to see how they play against proper players.
Yeah, because you see them doing skills, Fletch, and I've no idea how they do these tricks. You know, my kids, you know, watch all their YouTube videos, absolutely love them, but, you know, be interesting as can they produce those tricks in a match situation?
Well, as you can see, the two teams are going to line up, and we are going to start in the traditional Champions League way. We will be starting here and kicking off proceedings in a few minutes or so with the traditional Champions League anthem here in Cardiff Bay. There's Ruud Gullit in conversation with Joel Embiid of the Philadelphia 76ers, who's just about the tallest player here today. So let's have a look at the respective lineups. So this is the Gullit All-Stars with the change. David James in goal now. 5 ex-Juventus players. It's in fact 6 now with Boniek added to that list. Ciro Ferrara, Gianluca Zambrotta, David Trezeguet, Ziggy Boniek, Fabrizio Ravanelli, and of course Ian Rush, Ryan Giggs in that team as well. And you can see Marcel Desailly and Robert Pires, 2 French World Cup winners in the side as well. These are the rest of the Gullit All-Stars, including Clint Capella, who plays in the NBA for the Houston Rockets, and Joel Embiid, who plays for the Philadelphia 76ers, and Jeremy Lynch in there as well, the F2 freestyler in the Gullit All-Stars. Here's the Butragueno All-Stars. It's not on the graphic, but Ziggy Boniek is actually going to play for this team and wear number 11. Ex-Real Madrid players, 8 in total in this team. Roberto Carlos, Luis Figo, Mijatovic, who once scored the winner in a Champions League final for them as well. Davor Suker, who rattled in the goals in the Bernabeu. Christian Karamba, Steve McManaman in this team as well. There's Deco in the lineup, Clarence Seedorf, who's won so many Champions Leagues down the years, and 2 more NBA players in this team as well. Carmelo Anthony, the great Carmelo Anthony from the New York Knicks, and Juan Hernan Gomez, who plays for the Denver Nuggets in the NBA. There's Joel Mannix, the referee. And the captains here today. Cafú, who was the captain of that Brazilian World Cup winning team. And while the Butragueno All-Stars have the team picture, Cafú can wait patiently to conduct the coin toss. It's a difficult one today, Rob, to pick a captain amongst all of these.
Yeah, some fantastic players there, Fletch. No, I just hope that, you know, our BT Sport colleagues, David James, Steve McManaman, you know, do themselves proud. I've not heard that David James wasn't that good yesterday, Fletch. Hope he performs a little bit better today.
Yes, David was in our team in goal yesterday. His quote at half-time was, "I will start saving them in a while." So we'll see whether yesterday's practice session was okay. Christian Karamba at the moment, just out of shot, is being warmed up in goal by Rai, who is the brother of the great Brazilian Socrates, played for Paris Saint-Germain. Former Brazilian international Luis Figo also in there, warming up Christian Karamba. It's a small pitch, you can have a shot from pretty much anywhere, and you would expect that quite a few of these players will be doing exactly that.
Look at the two teams, Fletch. You know, in today's transfer market, what do you think the teams would be worth, the squads would be worth?
Wow, great question.
I do get them now and again.
Yeah. I wonder who'd be the most expensive of all of them on show today. Which one would fetch the most money at their peak? in the transfer market. Maybe Luis Figo. You'd certainly have to pay an awful lot for the vast majority of them, that's for sure. Patricia Panicho is the captain for the Butragueno All-Stars. The coin toss conducted there with Joel Mannix, the referee, and with Cafú as well. And it is going to be the Hullet All-Stars in white who are going to get this game underway. The ultimate champions match here in Cardiff Bay on a pitch that floats on the water. And we have some of the finest players that we've all been privileged to see down the years taking part here today. The starting lineup here for the Hullet All-Stars is going to be David James in goal, Marcel Desailly, Cafú, Ziggy Boniek, Ian Rush and Marco Materazzi. Clarence Seedorf, Roberto Carlos, Michel Salgado. David Trezeguet, I think, has just arrived, Robbie, has he? We've just seen David Trezeguet arrive, and we're off and underway, and Luis Figo is on the ball. Here's Predrag Mijatovic. Now Cafú.
Thing is, Fletch, when, you know, old players play in these games, whatever happens, when they put on a shirt, they want to win for their respective sides. And, you know, no matter who you are, you want to win this game today.
Here's Michel Salgado, and now Roberto Carlos. Clarence Seedorf and Mijatovic, and David James starts off with a fine save.
Yeah, he's fist pumping there, David James. Good save from the former England #1.
Figo looking to feed it through there towards Mijatovic. Here's Ian Rush with his first opportunity. Ian Rush, who's the ambassador for the final tomorrow. Mijatovic with another early chance, and now Seedorf, and then Figo, and that save from David James is even better.
Figo there with the outside of his right foot tries to curl it in that bottom corner, but David James shows great agility to tip it past the post.
There's Roberto Carlos, and there is the first goal, steered in by Predrag Mijatovic, and the Butragueno All-Stars lead 1-0.
Yeah, good start from the Butragueno All-Stars. Mijatovic there, you know, Carlos with a little ball across. David James a bit slow getting down there, Fletch, but two great saves already.
Well, there's the first save for Christian Karrenberg, hanging on to that shot from Ian Rush. Here's Mijatovic. Clarence Seedorf. Seedorf can tee up Mijatovic again. David James with his third save. It's been an impressive start here by Emilio Butragueno's side, and then Cafú didn't really catch a hold of that one. Figo turns it on towards Mijatovic, and there's Marcel Desailly. Still as calm as you like at the back.
Still as calm, big, strong, you know, so good on the ball as well.
Cafú's going to try it. Karrenberg was there. Looks quite comfortable in goal, doesn't he, Christian Karrenberg? Salgado. David James out to the feet of Luis Figo. Well, let's get some reaction from the benches down there. I think that Ugo Monye, who's part of our team today, is with Ryan Giggs.
Yeah, absolutely. A guy who's pretty popular around here, the man himself, Ryan Giggs. How are you getting on?
Yeah, good, thanks, yes.
What do you make of the game so far?
Well, we're 1-0 down, so we're just getting ready now. The super subs are getting ready to come back on and save the day.
That's it. Well, you're pretty popular around here. You must be so proud to see the Champions League final come back to your home country.
Yeah, obviously my hometown, and no, it's a great stadium right in the middle of the city, and it's great for not only the people of Cardiff, but the people of Wales.
Absolutely. And talking about setups, stadiums, you've played in fantastic stadiums all around the world. What about this down at Cardiff Bay? It's pretty superb, isn't it?
Yeah, for the players, and like I said, again for the fans, in the middle of the city, a great atmosphere before the game and after the game. And the actual stadium, it's unique because it's got a roof, so I think they're closing it tomorrow, so that just adds to adds to the atmosphere.
Certainly should be. Well, enjoy the game. Hope you get on. Cheers.
Thanks.
Back to you, Fletch.
Thanks, Hugo. Great to see Ryan Giggs here today. The Butragueno All-Star still leading 1-0. Here's Luis Figo, Clarence Seedorf. Roberto Carlos. Ooh, Marco Materazzi in the way.
Yeah, one touch there from Roberto Carlos, smashes it with his left foot straight at Materazzi.
Here's Figo. Little flick to Roberto Carlos, then towards Mijatovic. Now Salgado. Cafú in there for the Hullet All-Stars. And then plenty of power on that. Karen Burke. Happy to see that one flash wide. It's a bit of space for Luis Figo, looking to pick his spot. And the spot that he picked was the top corner. Brilliant finish from Figo.
Yeah, great finish, no pressure on the ball. Think they did get a bit closer. But, you know, what a finish. Smashed it in the top corner. David James, no chance. Already though, David James Fletch has made a couple of good saves.
He has. You could almost hear him shout, "Get tighter," couldn't you, the minute Figo had got the ball. It's nicely done from Roberto Carlos.
Cardiff being very quiet right now. He's putting on the pitch. He's got the likes of Roberto Carlos. Needs to run for him. We've got a 3-time
Here's Cafú. Ryan Giggs gets his first touch since coming on, and he can find the former Bayern Munich defender Patrick Andersson, the Swedish international.
Make some noise. For the one and only Ryan Giggs.
Here's Rush. And now Pires. Ian Rush. And the first goal of the game for Ruud Hullit's team, the Hullet All-Stars. It's a very popular one. It's the great marksman, the former Juventus and Liverpool striker Ian Rush.
Yeah, the Welsh boys have changed the game around, Fletch. Giggs and Rush combining there. Great little finish, Ian Rush. What a player he was, Fletch. You know, his link-up play with Kenny Dalglish and that great Liverpool side.
Here he is again. And now Giggs. Anderson with time. Hitting the post.
I think that's a good save from Karambou there.
Did he get a touch from it? There's Ian Rush, you can't save that. Well, that's rolling back the years, isn't it? Ian Rush timing his run into the penalty area and slotting it home to make it 2-2.
A darting run from Rush there to the near post, Fletch. So good at that, wasn't he, getting across that near post space. 2-2.
It's interesting now that Ruud Hullit's made all the changes. It's still the team that started the match on the pitch for Emilio Butragueno. So different strategy for the respective managers. Here's Cafú, who's been on from the start, and now Anderson. Ryan Giggs, and the block made in there by Mijatovic. Figo's got Seedorf in support. And Roberto Carlos was the target. David James had spotted it well.
Rushy didn't want to stretch for that, his hamstring might have gone there.
Here's Figo. Oh, brilliant. That's the second one he's thumped in. Luis Figo.
What a fantastic goal by Luis Figo.
You can't see those, let alone save them.
That reminded me of Simon Green's goal yesterday, the BT Sport Boss, Fletch. You know, Simon Green and Figo got something coming there. They both beat their man smash in the top corner.
It actually took Luis Figo a lot less time to turn than it did our boss yesterday. I think when he started turning, there were 3 minutes of the match to play, and by the time he'd scored, it was full time. He did strike it well, though. I'll give him his due. So 3-2 to the Butragueno All-Stars here in Cardiff Bay, and Clarence Seedorf on the ball. Here's Salgado. David James had come out.
In the back, dodgy stuff with a tempo on the ball. Lovely ball by David James. Oh,
here's Ian Rush. And now Jeremy Lynch, one of the F2 freestylers here. Pires was the player they were looking for in there. Dejan Stankovic has come on as well here for Ruud Hullit's team. Here's Ian Rush, who's got a couple already. Michel Salgado with a block, and then Robert Pires. So here come the changes now for Emilio Butragueno. Steve McManaman is on, Deco is on, as is Celestine Babayaro. Here's Rye. McManaman looking to float one in. Fantastic touch in his own penalty area by Ryan Giggs. Here's Patrizia Panicho and David James there again.
Because we work with Macca so much, let's actually forget about his goal in that, European Cup final, the scissor kick volley.
Karen Burr with a good save there. Jeremy Lynch trying to shoot, then Pires can tee up Ian Rush, and Babayaro was off the line. And Celestine Babayaro, the former Chelsea left back, with an important block there.
Could have been Ian Rush's hat-trick, that, but the block from Babayaro there crashed into the post, making that save.
One Chelsea old boy in Deco with something on his mind that another Chelsea old boy, Babayaro, there couldn't read. Here's Stankovic, and now Lynch. Karen Burr is having a good game back there in goal, isn't he? Vito Bayer may as well not bother.
So you often hear footballers playing out of position, so we may have noticed in goal.
Here's Ian Rush on a hat-trick.
So Stankovic from the club zone is doing a good job so far.
Here's Deco. It looks like he could still stick on a strip and get out there and play to a very high standard. Deco slips it through here towards Steve McManaman, who's denied by his former Liverpool teammate David James. There's Deco.
Come on, Cardiff.
Panicho, Babayaro.
I know they're playing the ball, I know they're comfortable on the ball. But let's get them going, let's get Stankovic. Shoot.
And David James across. And we can go down to the benches again and join Ugo, who's with Ida Goodjohnson.
Absolutely, here with another legend. How are you getting on?
Very good. Enjoying it.
Fantastic game so far. I'm not sure if Karen Boo's ever played in goal before, but he seems to be one of your better players today.
Yeah, he's very energetic, isn't he? He seems to be enjoying himself.
Absolutely, but the intensity of the game, hey, I know it's a bit of fun, complete legends, but you can see that competitive spirit running right throughout both sides.
Oh yeah, you always play to win. It has to be said that the mind probably goes a little bit quicker than the legs nowadays, but there's still some nice touches out there.
And how good is it to be out there with all these legends?
Oh, it's great. It's great. It's great meeting all these players, some of the biggest names in world football. Privileged to be here.
Absolutely. Well, I'll let you get back to the game. Enjoy. Thank you for joining us. Cheers, Fletch. Back to you again.
Thanks, Hugo. Ian Rush looking to feed it through there towards Stefan Freund, who's come on. Steve McManaman down there, who actually turned out for the Liverpool first team, Robbie, last week. Went to Australia with Jurgen Klopp and played in a legitimate first team match. Jamie Carragher and Steven Gerrard did as well. Here's Ryan Giggs. Oh, he gave him the eye. Gave Christian Karrenberg the eye and then drilled it low and left-footed to make it 4-3 to the Hullet All-Stars. And the crowd here at Cardiff Bay enjoyed that one from Ryan Giggs.
Yeah, don't watch the eyes. He beat Karrenberg the near post there. Just watch this, he's looking across, see you later, back of the net, 4-3.
McManaman tees it up, and Patricia Panicho couldn't keep it down. Yeah, it turned out for the first team, went across. I think one or two of the South American lads had got qualifiers and had to go back to Brazil, so Jurgen Klopp asked them if they fancy playing, and it was a legitimate game, and Steve said that the pace was what took his breath away more than anything else.
Did they win?
Yes.
How did they?
3-0. Here's Ryan Giggs, and now Stefan Freund. It was there to be hit, and he couldn't keep it down, and it's the perfect time to head back down to Hugo, who's with Ian Rush, who's bagged a couple of goals today so far.
Yeah, absolutely thrilled to say with the man himself, 2 goals today. How much are you enjoying it being out there?
I have to love it. You know, you don't get a chance like this to play with all these legends, do you? So great pitch as well, first on this pitch, but it's always nice to get a goal.
That's an unbelievable setup here, but hey, it's competitive. We can see that. You scored a couple of goals yourself. Yeah. You may be a little bit older than when you first played for Liverpool, but you certainly still got it.
Yeah, you never lose a deal, first of all, but it's the players you're playing with. I get great support with these players, so I'm happy to get back on there and try and get myself a hat-trick.
That's it, and what's the plans for tonight? A few beers, all you guys together, a bit of chaos in Cardiff?
Well, definitely after this, I need a few beers after this. Well, at least we can enjoy it then.
That's it, well, mate, thanks for chatting to us. Cheers, mate. What a legend, eh?
Absolutely brilliant. Thanks, Hugo. Once a striker, always a striker. I want to get back on there and get me hat-trick.
Was it 326 goals, Liverpool?
It was a lot, wasn't it? So Gianluca Zambrotta, who's come on. Here's Rai, who can bring it forward. Oh, what a strike.
Yeah, if I was David James, I'd be claiming I got a touch on that. You know, it's a great strike from Rai inside the near post.
He's actually got a superstition, you know, David James. I didn't know till this morning. I actually travelled in on the coach with him. I'll tell you in a second. Here's Steve McManaman. He's got a new pair of gloves given to him for the game today, and his superstition is that nobody can touch them before he plays. It's always been his superstition through his career. So we're all trying to get our fingers on the gloves and on the bus to unhinge him. Rai with a flick on, and Panicho with the final touch. And it's 5-4 now to the Butragueno All-Stars.
And also,
first mistake of the game there from Big David James coming out. Confusion between him and Zambrotta.
Here's Eric Abidal, who's on. Gianluca Zambrotta, Ryan Giggs, David Trezeguet, Lynch, Trezeguet, and then Abidal. And just like that, it's 5-5, and we can hear from Stefan Freund, who's down there with Hugo Monya.
Yeah, what a stunning goal that was, Stefan. Thanks for joining us. We chatted at breakfast this morning, talking about how enjoyable it is to be out here, but how competitive it is. Are you taking it easy today, or are you probably getting stuck in?
Okay, German, you know, Germans like to win, but fantastic legends around us. And it's, what a night, or what an evening it is, and I nearly scored, you know, can you imagine? So I'm on fire, and if I score today, we have a huge party tonight.
Well, we just spoke to Ian Rush earlier, and he was saying that you're going to have a few beers, no doubt about it. Well, I've got to say, everyone here today that you've seen, unbelievable legends, but everyone's playing with a smile on your face. You're clearly quite enjoying yourselves.
It is, and I think that's all about football today. So no tacklings, maybe I will have one later. But overall, so many fantastic players on the ball, legend of football. And to be invited from the UEFA and make a big tournament around the Champions League final, that's really enjoyable for me too.
That's it. It's a pretty tight game at the moment. As a German, are you hoping it goes to penalties?
Yeah, of course, that's our chance. But I think you have the option to finish it before. I think Ryan Giggs is on fire, Roberto is on fire. Great to play with them. It's a pleasure for me too.
That's it. Well, I hope you get your goal tonight so you can have a big one, okay?
Yeah, exactly, thank you.
Cheers, thanks a lot. Cheers.
Well done, Hugo, down there with Stefan Freund. More interviews from the respective benches. So many of the legends of the game to talk to today. Here's Luis Garcia. And Eric Abidal was in the way for the Hullet All-Stars. The Hullet All-Stars in white, the Butragueno All-Stars in blue. There's Ida Gudjonsson with a touch. Here's Davor Suker.
Luis Garcia, Fletch. I'd love if goal line technology would have been around when he flicked the ball in the semi-final over the goalkeeper of the 1-0 win for Liverpool against Chelsea. Was that ball over the line? I'd love to find out 100%.
Delicate finish from Jeremy Lynch. Yeah, that was always the million-dollar question, wasn't it? Teed up there by David Trezeguet, who famously won Euro 2000, didn't he, with the golden goal for France in the final against Italy. Another one of the former Juventus players on show here today. Ciro Ferrara is on the pitch as well for the Hullet All-Stars at the moment. Now that's Kenry Fukuda who's on the ball. He's only 15 as David James makes another save. He's from Tokyo and he won the Adidas Young Champions Skill Challenge, which took place yesterday, and his reward is a chance to play in the game today.
What a reward for that young man to be on the pitch with these legends. You know, and if he's very lucky, he might be able to meet me.
He's a freestyle footballer. He's got some great skills in the bag. He's scored a few goals.
I always think when you watch a game like this, Rob, that you need to watch the feet, don't you? Because the body might not be willing anymore, but they never lose it in the feet. I've been watching Deco every time he's been on the ball, and his feet are so quick. Here's Heineke Johnson. There's a chance for Eric Abidal and Karen Burr, who's taken off the goalkeeping jersey. Not got a goalkeeper at the moment. So let's sit down and hear from Ruud Gullit. He's with Hugo.
Yes, I'm sat here with Ruud. He's just barking instructions. He is absolutely full on here. Hey, Ruud, thank you for joining us.
Oh, it's a pleasure, as always.
Hey, you've obviously won many things, coached on a fantastic side, played in some brilliant sides, but what an honour it must be for you to be coaching a wonderful group of players.
Best players who've ever played in the game of football. So I'm very pleased. And nevertheless, I'm giving them some stick when they need it.
So you're never ever going to lose that competitive nature. So
they don't want it. They when they play in the beginning, they play for fun. On the moment the game, plays, the minutes are going, they want to compete and they want to win. That's the spirit.
That's it. So how important is the result for you?
No, it's not that important. But it's the instincts of these football players. They want to play well, they want to perform, and they want to win.
That's not what you told us.
And have you... Yes, I just saw Lynch just got told off. They just got whipped off the pitch, just kicking the ball away. And let's just talk about the setup here, being in Cardiff, down by the bay, on a floating pitch.
Look, if you can see, this water here in Cardiff, it's in the sea. And they did a great, the great thing is just floating. The only thing is, the crowd's a little bit far away. That's the only thing, but it's a great idea.
Hey, well, the crowd is certainly behind you. I'll let you concentrate on the game. Thank you for joining us. Ruud here, absolute legend. What an honour it is for him to be coaching this side. Back to you guys up in commentary.
Thanks, Hugo. Cafú took the ball away while you were talking to Ruud to make it 7-5 to his team, and there's a goal back from Luis Garcia, teed up by Davor Suker. Looks like he could still play this afternoon, doesn't it? At a very good level, Luis Garcia. He's not put a pound on. I was chatting to him in the hotel this morning. He's in fantastic shape.
Yeah, he is. Brilliant. You talked about quick feet. And the way he moves his feet. Oh, Cafú
from Cafú. What a goal! What a goal from Cafú.
Puts it past Rai, who's got in goal now for Karenbu. 8-6 Fletch.
Yeah.
Let's hope we get as many goals at the final tomorrow night.
For Johnson to Davor Suker. The minute that was floating through, he got one thing in his mind.
When we played against Davor Suker, Fletch, for Leicester City against Arsenal, we knocked them out of the FA Cup. He missed loads of chances on that night. Tim Flowers had the game of his life, and we beat them on penalties. But Davor Suker, to play against him was amazing.
There's Cafú in again. 25 minutes each way. So approaching half-time. Remember Davor Suker when he burst onto the scene at Euro 96 in the Croatia team that was so impressive in that tournament. Cafú's managed to nick it back, and he tees up Robert Pires. And there's nothing that Rai can do about that. And there's clear daylight now for Ruud Gullit's team. 9-6. It was Butragueno's side who made the better start, but Ruud Gullit's team in command of this match, approaching half-time at the moment. Here's Luis Garcia, Boniek there to nick it.
Would you say, Fletch, all the players on show, the managers, would you say that Ruud Gullit maybe would be the most expensive in today's transfer market?
Yeah. I've got to say Figo.
It's a great question. I pause there. I'd give myself a pat on the back.
Here's Mendieta, and now Davor Suker, and David James saved that one.
Tell you what, Clarence Seedorf wouldn't be far off. Ryan Giggs here. Cafú.
Here's the break on for Cafú, and now Pires, and then Boniek, and then into Stefan Freund, and that was excellent. The slick passing there.
Yeah, I think it's a make some changes, Butragueno's side.
Well, here comes Fabrizio Ravanelli. Stefan Freund said, that's enough for me, I've got my goal, I'll go off, and Ravanelli's on. And you wonder whether we'll see the shirt over the head celebration if he can bag one today, the former Middlesbrough striker, former Italian international who was at Juventus. It's not changed, has he? Because he didn't lose the colour of his hair. He came across with the silver hair and he's still got it today. So he doesn't look an awful lot different, does he, Ravanelli? Here he is on the ball. Gives it away to Garcia and then Davor Suker. And there's not a lot that Joel Embiid can do about that from the Philadelphia 76ers. It's a slightly different ball that he's used to handling. It's a long way down, isn't it, when you've got to get down to those low shots?
He is huge. What's his size? Is he 7 foot? He must be. Well, how big's a goal? How big are those goals? 6'8", are they?
I'll tell you what, when I was playing yesterday, they weren't big enough.
We're frantically Googling how big Joel Embiid is.
I'm about to tell you.
As he pulls off a save there, Fletch.
He's absolutely gigantic. It's a save by Wright. He's actually 7 feet tall. Exactly 7 feet tall. 2.13 meters. If you're over 2 meters, you're a big fella. 7 feet tall. And he's one of the rising stars of the NBA as well. He's not quite in the LeBron James category, but he's certainly a player to keep an eye on moving forward. There's half-time. And he's the happier manager, isn't he, Ruud Gullit? Managing to congratulate Joel Embiid for the save he made at the end of the half. A smile on the face of Emilio Butragueno, despite the fact that his team made the better start of the match, but they trail at half-time by a score of 10-7 here on the floating pitch in Cardiff Bay. The ultimate champions match at the moment is going the way of the Gullit All-Stars.
Absolutely, I've just managed to get myself, there's so many legends here, but a legend from the States, Carmelo Anthony. How you doing?
How you doing? Great.
Hey, you've come over, Cardiff is your first time here, what do you make of it?
First time in Cardiff, man. I'm just happy to be here. This setup right here is incredible. Just to see the people, the fans, all these legends out here, just to be a part of that is different from my sport, but it's something that, you know, I've been watching a long time, been a big fan of the sport. Just to be a part of all of these legends out here, like, I'm a kid in the candy store right now.
Unbelievable legends, like you say. What have you made of the standard of the game?
My team got to do a little bit better. We got to defend a little bit better. But you know, overall, it's been great, man. It's just to see everybody having a good time here in Cardiff. You can't ask for nothing better than this.
That's it. We've seen a couple of your boys actually with their training gear on. They've got their boots on. You looking pretty casual at the moment. So I'm taking it you're not actually going to be getting yourself out there.
No. I'm the assistant coach.
You're the mascot.
I'm not the mascot. I'm the assistant coach.
Okay, so what words of wisdom are you going to give your team if they're going to become victorious today?
Well, second half, we got to be a little bit more aggressive. We got to defend a little bit more and, you know, score. It's all about scoring.
That's it. Simple tactics. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Brilliant. Absolute legend of the game. Let's see who else we can chat to. I'm actually just going to walk down the line here and see if I can just smug my way in. Davor Suker, if you wouldn't mind, just a quick words. What have you made that first half? How's it going?
It's more important. Friendship, relationship, and see the old teammates. Thanks for the beautiful fan, beautiful pitch. And I'm so glad to be with my friends in the beautiful city, and I hope tomorrow we will see one of the best games in the world.
Absolutely, we saw a lot of guys coming off, all smiles on their faces, but a few of them gasping for air. It's quite a fast pace out there.
We are a little bit over age, but what is more important, we have fun. Thanks to UEFA, thanks to all mates, and of course, we will see next year also in the same place, not in the same city, but in the same reason we will play for FIFA, for kids. And I would like to send all regards to all football friends all around the world.
Thank you very much, and thank you. Absolute legend. He says all about fun. Well, of course he's having fun. He managed to score a couple of goals in that second half. I think the second half's just about to start. I'll send it back up to the commentary box.
Thanks, Hugo. Great work down there. We'll hear from some more of the legends during the second half. No surprise that Carmelo Anthony says it's all about scoring. One of the great scorers in NBA history. And I'm pleased to say that Vitor Bayer has actually got here for the second half. The former Benfica goalkeeper. I would think the most relieved man in the place is Christian Karamba, and maybe Rai, who had to deputise in the first half.
Wonder if we'll see, you know, former Benfica goalkeeper in the Premier League this season, Fletch. You know, Edison linked with Manchester City.
Now, before the second half starts, let's grab a quick word with Luis Garcia. He's down there with Hugo.
Yes, another talent, another legend, Luis Garcia. How much do you enjoy that first half?
Very much, very much. That's what it's all about. Just catching up to some of the former teammates and playing a bit in this fantastic grass and, well, enjoying a little bit football.
That's it. We spoke to Davor Suker earlier. He said it's all about just being with his friends. And let's face it, you probably don't get too many opportunities to actually mix and speak with all your old friends and come together in a beautiful setting like this.
Yeah, exactly that. We know the importance of the game tomorrow. We are all looking forward to that. But of course, we got time to, like I said, enjoy a little bit of football here, have fun, and of course, showing a little bit of skills. I saw a few players that they do well. So,
who's impressed you today? Obviously, all legends, but who's been on point?
I can't point anyone. Of course, the guys, the younger guys, they're always there. You've seen a lot of nice goals from Luis Figo, Roberto Carlos, and the guys. So we cannot point one of them.
That's it. The outfield players have done really well, but a guy who's probably surprised a lot of people. Karamba in goal. How good's he been?
No, I think it's fantastic. I mean, it's a fantastic city. A lot of people coming to watch this game, so enjoying it.
Lovely. Thank you. Enjoy the second half. Back to you guys. Have the commentary for the second half.
Thanks, Hugo. Just to let you know that David James has done a bit of a Don King here. Don King was always renowned for leaving with a champion, whichever boxer. If he came with the one that lost, he'd leave with the one that won. There's a goal that's sneaked in from Boniek. He's actually switched sides now, JMO, so he's gone from one team to the other for the second half with Vitor Baia in goal, and there he is in goal at the other end, hoping to inspire a comeback for Emilio Butragueno's side.
Made some good saves in the first half, didn't he? You see there, Boniek put the ball past Baia there, the goalkeeper. Good finish.
So 11-7. And a 4-goal deficit at the moment for Emilio Butragueno's side. There's David James in action. Salgado onto it quickly, and thunders one in.
Yeah.
Not sure whether he moved there, JMO, if you have a look at that, if we see it again.
Made a good save down low, first of all, but then Salgado on the half volley smashes it into the back of the net.
Here's Cafú away from Roberto Carlos. Those two have been involved in plenty of things on the pitch with Brazil down the years, and then Anderson down towards Trezeguet. Here's Clarence Seedorf, Luis Figo, Mijatovic. Seedorf away from Materazzi. That's former Inter Milan against former AC Milan. There's another former AC Milan player, Cafú. Roberto Carlos with the tackle now. Boniek, David Trezeguet, and then Patrick Anderson, and there's another one for the Hullet All-Stars.
12-8, Fletch. Anderson with a finish there. Boniek down the right-hand side. Good play. Hullet All-Stars, Fletch running away with it, looks like.
Yep, they are. A lot of people here as well watching it. From our vantage point, you can see them all around Cardiff Bay looking on and seeing some of these all-time greats in action. There's a shot that's gone in from Luis Figo. There are the crowd. It's all about that one tomorrow, Juventus against Real Madrid, but this is a really nice taster to what's going to be a fantastic Champions League final, we hope, on BT Sport.
That was the BT Sport hub, Fletch, wasn't it, for goals recreated?
Yeah.
You know, people can come down and try and recreate Steve McManaman's goal from... Oh, good goal there from Seedorf.
From the touch, that was.
From the Champions League final. Great touch there, outside of the right foot.
I tried it yesterday. It's the scissor kick, and then it's so difficult to do. But when you try it, anybody who comes to try it, the ball gets fired out, almost like a bowling machine. So you don't actually know where the ball's going to land. It makes it really difficult. It does if you can't play like me, anyway. Here's Robert Pires, and Vitor Baia down to save. Cafú. Now we've heard from Carmelo Anthony down there with Hugo at half-time. Let's hear from the big man who's in goal at the end of the first half, from the Philadelphia 76ers, Joel Embiid with Hugo.
Yeah, you're gonna. Do you know what? At 6'2", I always thought was a fairly big lad, but this is an absolute. I mean, 7'2", unbelievable. What have you made of the football game today?
Oh, it's been great. I got on the pitch a little bit and play goalkeeper. I have fun, but I'm enjoying it.
That's it. We saw you in goal. You made a couple of saves. Probably quite hard for you to get down to those bottom corners. Do you feel as if you struggled a bit out there?
No, you know, I feel I'm not 100% healthy, so if I was, obviously I was going to play and I wanted to play, but you know, I tried not to move a little bit, but I made a couple of great saves, and I think that was probably one of the best saves ever.
That's it. It was one of the best saves ever in European football. You're absolutely right. I think our only concern for you was you getting concussion on the crossbar as you got under the sticks. Like, are you thinking you're going to get yourself back out there?
No, I'm done for the day, but I have fun, and hopefully in the next couple of years I keep doing that.
Good man. Well, thanks for getting involved, champion. Do you know what? I'm done as well because I was getting a sore neck chatting to the big fella. Back to you guys in comms.
Thanks, Hugo. I didn't think he'd need to step today to do an interview down there, but Hugo Monye's a big man, and Joel Embiid is even bigger. I'm glad he thought he was one of the greatest saves that anybody's ever seen as well.
This weekend is going to be a great weekend of football here.
So 13-9 at the moment, with Cafú giving it to Trezeguet, and now Pires. Materazzi didn't think it was for him.
So let's find out the crowd. Who's travelled from afar, who's from Wales itself. So first of all, I'm going to start.
It's Michel Salgado and now Christian Karembeu. More familiar territories, an outfield player in the second half.
Okay, so make some noise next if you've travelled to see Juventus. Okay, there you are there.
Here's Pires, Trezeguet to Abidal, Cafú. Robert Pires. Roberto Carlos in the way, now Clarence Seedorf can have a little run, and David James can make another good save.
Pace there from Seedorf down the middle of the park. Good strike, James. Right hand, strong right hand, good save once again from David James.
There's Trezeguet, and now Abidal.
Still very comfortable on the ball. Pires. David James.
There's a French feel at the moment to the Hullet All-Stars with Pires, Trezeguet and Abidal on the pitch together. Here's Figo, Cafú with a block. Here's Seedorf. Materazzi was always a very strong and stubborn defender. It's a lovely ball by Trezeguet to Cafú.
Yeah, good play there for Trezeguet and Cafú, just trying to lob. Pick the bye.
There's Eric Abidal.
So the score still 13-9, so the room Hullet all
Materazzi.
There in white.
It looks as if we're going to see a back three for Juventus tomorrow. Three exceptional players in Barzagli, Bonucci, Chiellini. He fits the mould as well, doesn't he? The man on the ball at the moment, Marco Materazzi. Cafú went for the spectacular.
You know, the goalkeeper as well, Fletch, me and Buffon have got something in common. Neither of us won the Champions League yet.
He's got a chance to put it right tomorrow. I tell you what, you know, if they all start tomorrow, Bonucci, Chiellini, Buffon and Barzagli, at kick-off time tomorrow, those four players will have made 1,608 appearances combined for Juventus. And when you can find a solid core like that, it can give you the kind of sustained success that they've had. Here's Cafú, Vitor Bayer, David Trezeguet. Karembeu has he used his hand? He has. I think it's a penalty.
Yeah.
Karembeu forgot he got out, I think.
Surprised he's not get the red card here. Yeah, it's penalty. Good decision from the referee.
Yep. Bearing in mind the referee's not moved from leaning against the advertising board on the halfway line, he did well to spot it, didn't he?
This is put them 49 ahead. The ref, get his movement, making sure he knows he places the ball in the exact spot.
So Ryan Giggs is going to take it.
Okay, everybody, let's take it right. Let's get it ready.
Ryan Giggs against Vitor Bayer. Jeremy Lynch can help him celebrate. Let's get some on-field reaction. Who goes down there with David James?
That's it. I'm trying to speak to David James at the moment whilst he's trying to keep going. How's it going, J-Mo?
24 hours is a long time in football. Anyone who was here yesterday might have not seen me make a save because I don't think I made one.
That's it. Hang on, I'm coming right back. Just wait there. Do you know what? What he's talking about is yesterday he was woeful. I think they had about 12 shots on target and saved 12, but he's been all right today. J-Mo, you've actually made a couple of saves.
Yeah, I almost felt like a goalkeeper today. I almost felt like you.
Yesterday you blamed it on the gloves. Today,
substitute.
Whoa, get it, go! I'm not sure if I really hated him. I tell you what, one thing he does, he's got an excuse. Hey!
Yeah.
It seems to be better whilst you're chatting to us.
I do, yeah. Well, it's your influence on this goal.
That's it, once again.
And a change of gloves as well. These ones are slightly bigger than the ones out
How
there.
much are you enjoying being out there?
Oh, this is amazing. It's amazing. These are the best players in the world. Hang on.
Okay, I think we're going to have to go back to Cobbs. J-Mo's back in goal. Cheers, guys.
Well done, Hugo. You didn't need to pass any advice on. Yesterday, we had to change the goalkeeper, and Hugo went in to replace J-Mo, who's a different player today. He's been fantastic out there.
Yeah, I heard that J-Mo wasn't that great yesterday, Fletcher, the game you played in.
Here's Celestine Babayaro. Jeremy Lynch it was who stuck one away whilst Hugo was speaking to David James. And here's a half chance maybe for Patrizia Panicio. Now Deco. Back heel by Giggs to Materazzi. Here's Christian Karrenberg. There's Ciro Ferrara there to defend it. Karrenberg, Deco, Ferrara in there once more, and now Lynch, and they've got a man over here, Ryan Giggs, if he needs him. Here's Babayaro, now Deco, Rye, Deco.
I say, Fletcher, what a fantastic turnout, you know, from the fans here in Cardiff. There must be 5,000 people around.
They're all around, aren't they?
There they are, thousands of them here in Cardiff Bay.
Every vantage point taken. Babayaro can slip it in and score another one and make it 15-10. There's still 14 minutes to go though. A little bit of momentum at this stage. That might well swing it to Emilio Butragueno's way. Here's Ryan Giggs. Ian Rush is back on. Looking for the hat-trick. Got a couple of goals in the first half.
That Liverpool team he played in, Fletch, with Dalglish, Rush, Jan Mulby in the middle of the park. You know, they had some fantastic players, didn't they?
Karrenberg to Babayaro, Ciro Ferrara with a tackle. Yeah, fantastic team, wasn't it? Full of goals. Jeremy Lynch and Ian Rush for the hat-trick.
I always remember that performance. Do you remember when you could buy video cassettes? It was against Nottingham Forest.
Oh.
In that, was it 5-0?
Yeah. Ridiculous.
That game was on its own video cassette. I remember buying it and watching it over and over again.
Yeah, it's sensational, isn't it? But Peter Beardsley was brilliant that night. Here's Christian Karrenberg. Deco! There's one for Deco. 16 or 15-11. Yeah, Beardsley brilliant that night. John Aldridge got a couple. Ray Houghton was all over the pitch, wasn't he? There's one of the great goal scorers in Real Madrid history, the Vulture, Emilio Butragueno. Stefan Freund with a shot and Vitor Bayer down to save it. It's only 4 now. They're gradually creeping back into it, aren't they, the Dutch Regueno All-Stars?
Stefan Freund with a shot there. I used to love playing against him. We used to kick lumps out of each other. That was handball, ref. Had the pleasure to work with him a few times, Fletch, and what a fantastic guy he is.
Very knowledgeable football man, isn't he, Stefan Freund? Can't miss him in the red trainers either now. Babayaro, David James got a touch to that, didn't he?
I think he did, yeah. You've got to give him credit there.
A little touch to that, onto the post from David James. It's Christian Karrenberg now, Celestine Babayaro. Rush to Giggs. Ian Rush. Now Freund. Giggs to Rush. Now Marcel Desailly, Stefan Freund, Ryan Giggs.
Going for the eyes again there, Giggsy.
Rush with a challenge on Rye, and then Karrenberg in there. Desailly. Now Lynch. Ryan Giggs. Still Ryan Giggs. Oh, the eyes work this time. He likes that one today, doesn't he, Giggsy?
Yeah. Hopefully we'll see another trick, Giggsy. That was getting a bit boring now.
So 16-11. Here's Rye. Deco. Lynch in there, then Rush. Here's Panicho. And Patricia Panicho's just managed to creep in, and then Rye was in there, and David James with another reflex save. If he'd have played like this yesterday, Saf, we'd have won going away. Here's Lynch, and then Pires, and still Lynch. Now Karrenberg. Heidecker Johnson's back on, Davor Suker back on. Geisker Mendieta is back on as well. Patrick Anderson returning on the other side of things. Here is Anderson. Now Lynch. Ian Rush. Luis Garcia across there. Ex-Liverpool against ex-Liverpool. Here's Anderson and now Pires. Heidecker Johnson. Mendieta. Block made by Pires.
Pires still looks in fantastic condition, doesn't he, Fletch?
Yeah, he does, doesn't he? I think he often pops down to Arsenal and trains, doesn't he? Ian Rush with a tackle, and then Pires. And you talked about that competitive spirit when the game kicked off, and Clarence Seedorf wasn't giving that up, was he?
Certainly wasn't, and got back well there. Good save from Victor Bailly.
Clarence Seedorf, he's won more Champions League than any other player. Fantastic footballer. Rush can tee up Desailly, and then Seedorf's in there, and Rush, can he get the hat-trick? Well, he can tee up Pires. And it's another one. 17-11 now to the Hullet All-Stars, and Ian Rush, who was the poacher in the first half, the provider there.
Yeah, good little ball from Rushy there, but I remember doing a TV show with Clarence Seedorf and Terry on Reflex, and all their trophies were imprinted on their shirts, and you know, there was a long list, and I just had the one League Cup. You know, and it was trending on social media. It was embarrassing, of course it was, but you know, when you're sitting with two legends and their long trophy list is on the screen and was one line. It was
Yeah.
it was hard to take.
Oh, what about that from Luis Garcia? That was brilliant. I thought to make it worse for you, while you were telling that story about they had shirts on with their list of honours on, our director said, were you wearing a vest?
I think it was a soft. In fact, it could have been a wristband. Any other mentions? Any improvement on wristband?
Here's Mendieta, 17-12, good Johnson. And then Garcia. Oh, he's got one into the water. Give that man a prize.
Must be very difficult to do that, Fletch. You know, anybody did it yesterday?
I was actually near the goal as well. My trajectory was significantly steeper. Here's Ian Rush. Wants the hat-trick, not this time. Here's Pires. Saved by Vitor Bayer. So just less than 6 minutes to go, 17-12. David James has a go for goal. Here's Davor Suker. Marco Materazzi back. Ida Goodjohnson. Pires has got Rush waiting in the middle. And he's got Materazzi arriving as well. And here's Ian Rush for his hat-trick. Can't get it, can he?
Can't get it. He's trying. I see. Look if he gets back and wins the ball back.
Lynch, Mendieta, Materazzi. Anderson's arrived in the middle as well now. Here's Lynch, Anderson, Clarence Seedorf in there. Ian Rush is probably the most frustrated man in Cardiff Bay. That's lovely footwork from Davor Suker, but couldn't quite find the finish. He's desperate for the hat-trick goal, isn't he?
He certainly is, Rushy. Competitive spirit still in the Welsh legend.
Good save by David James again. There's Clarence Seedorf.
Mr. Seedorf is on the ball right now.
Good Johnson.
I'll give you one more minute. So have a quiz with your mates and see if you can name all three teams.
There's Robert Pires.
Three teams from different countries in Europe.
Ian Rush is on his way forward again. And Robert Pires can finish it off. So let's go and talk to the Swiss Army knife of the Butragueno All-Stars. Midfielder, goalkeeper, you name it, he's done it. Christian Karrenbers with Hugo.
That's it, it's been incredibly versatile today. How much have you enjoyed playing in goal? I didn't realise you had that in the locker.
I try, but I think that is not my job to be a goalkeeper, but at least I try for the best I can. We are trying to enjoy this event, and hopefully numerous of we can enjoy also this event.
Absolutely, you talk about enjoyment, but that competitive spirit is certainly in you. You've been off the pitch and you've been barking orders at your team. It does matter, doesn't it?
This is what we learn, how to win and what mean goals and winning. So far, yes, we are educated to win, and I don't want to be a loser. So far, yes, we stay competitive and we try.
That's it. Well, I'll let you get back to the game. Thank you very much for joining us. What a legend. Still got a competitive spirit. Back to you up in the commentary box.
Thanks, Hugo. So Ruud Hullit's All-Stars at the moment, 6 goals up, 18-12 with 3 minutes to go. And Ian Rush still on a hat-trick. That's Clint Capella, by the way, who's on at the moment. Plays for the Houston Rockets in the NBA alongside James Harden. There he is, big Clint Capella. Made the playoffs this season, the Rockets. Gives it to Ian Rush. And now Cafú to get the ball in the box.
Yeah. Jim, that's it, Jim.
Up it goes to the big man. Oh, there we go. Would have been the perfect fit for the Crazy Gang, wouldn't he? Bobby Gould's probably here today trying to sign Joel Embiid, Carmelo Anthony, Clint Capella. Here's Gianluca Zambrotta, and now Marco Materazzi.
A Welshman on the pitch tomorrow night. Who's looking forward to see Gareth Bale playing tomorrow night in Cardiff?
There's young Kenry Fukuda. Back on the pitch, the 15-year-old who won the competition yesterday to play today, the Adidas Young Champion Skill Challenge. Here he is on the ball. That was nice skill as well. That's why he's here. Luis Garcia as well, and then Gudjonsson. That was nice, wasn't it, Robbie?
Great bit of skill. How did he do that?
What a fantastic opportunity for a lad of 15 to play with these legends of the games today. Young Kenry Fukuda from Tokyo in Japan.
Ahead of the game tomorrow, Fletch. I know this is the Legends game, but the big match is tomorrow night. Real Madrid. Gareth Bale coming back to Cardiff, had his fitness problems. Isco doing so well, you know, in Gareth Bale's place. Wonder if Gareth Bale will start. That will be the big question.
The smart money and most of the Spanish press at the moment are saying Isco, aren't they, with Gareth Bale on the bench. Here's Mendieta, Seedorf, and Capella was in there to make the tackle and gets a high five from Gianluca Zambrotta. Well, it was a high five for Zambrotta. It was a low five, wasn't it, for Clint Capella?
So let's make some noise. Stepping on the pitch, on right, number 19. Gianluca Zambrotta, make some noise for him. We still wanted to shoot from far. In goal.
Juan Hernan Gomez is on from the Denver Nuggets as well. Here's Ida Gudjonsson and then Mendieta. So we've got another big man on the pitch now.
Also right on the pitch right now. Make some noise for Luis Garcia. The tall figure on the ball now, number 23. Italian giant. Make some noise for
There's Jeremy Lynch. It must have been the shortest appearance by anybody today. Juan Hernan Gomez. He's on for about 5 seconds. And there's the full-time whistle. And the Hullet All-Stars have beaten the Butragueno All-Stars 18-12. And we've had a bit of everything here today. The NBA players have played their part and enjoyed it today. We've seen some fantastic goals, some fantastic touches, and it's revived some fantastic memories, hasn't it, Robbie, watching these all-time greats of the game grace this field here in Cardiff Bay.
Yeah, even to be around these legends, Fletch, you know, growing up watching some of these players. Ian Rush was one of my heroes, you know, had the privilege to play with Ryan Giggs, you know, being at World Cups, you know, to see some of these legends, you know, great pieces of skill on show, absolute legends, you know, well done to all for taking part.
Ian Rush ended the game with 2 goals. No matter how hard he tried in that last period, he couldn't get the third, he couldn't get the hat-trick. There's Marcel Desailly, great to see him today. Chatting to David Trezeguet. Luis Figo. All the players
So that's it, the game's over. Got the gaffer over to give his thoughts.
Oh, by the way, impressed me. Impressed me. Baba Yaro is still there. His kneecaps are still there. Have you seen it? It's still there. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was excellent. He surprised me. Because normally, you know, in freestyle, you think, yeah, can I play football? He can. Yeah. There are exceptions then. So that's good. Congratulations.
That's a legend right there. Just got the certified seal of approval. It's a pretty good feeling. Pretty good feeling to play, just to be part of this, man. It's like unreal. I heard Bill on the sidelines of support pushing me through. Okay. Gutted he couldn't have been on there. Sure he would have banged in a hat-trick. But yeah, what an experience. To play against Clarence Seedorf, Roberto Carlos, Luis Figo, and to win.
Dave, I've got that save onto the post. I'm going to send it to you. Right behind it. You get fingertips to it onto the post.
Davo was talking to me the whole game. I loved it. He was giving me instructions. Give me a stick. Yeah, give me a bit of stick. I knew where to go. He's telling me, but it's confirmation. Yes. No, you made some good saves. Yeah, what an experience.
Good. Listen, I played out in China with these a couple of weeks ago, a few of them.
Yeah.
And, just
looking at, I was like, and that's just said to one of the lads sat there. I said, imagine this not the fit.
Yeah.
They've got the skills. They've still got the skills.
Yeah, I know.
Cafú, they're doing all that.
They've still got it. When we first got the call to come and play with the legends and David, we couldn't believe our luck.
Didn't even buy it.